Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Disney Morning Show, starring come on, baby, our executive editorial director, Kyle Burbank.
Hello.
I think I'd remember that by now. And our co-founder, and honestly, the lesser of the co-founders, Doobie Mosley. And we are here to talk to you about what's going on in the world of Disney as Doobie is told he missed taking notes on a story. So just finishing that up really quick.
Well, then I'll say
2022.
some hellos. Hey, Genie Plus Plus. And
Thank you
hello,
very
Fred
much.
Ramirez. Good morning. Nice to see you all.
All right.
And we're going
Doobie
to
is
get
now
started
ready.
the same way we do every show.
Hey, last show our stock price was 110 even. It was so beautiful we didn't want to refresh. What do you think we got today, Kyle?
109.50.
So close, 109.60. Wow, with that kind of ability to prognosticate, you must be like wealthy beyond belief.
No. Anyway.
Here's Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. So this ain't the end, I saw you again, today. I had to turn my heart away. Smiled like the sun, kisses for everyone. And tails, it never fails. You lying so low in the weeds. I bet you gonna ambush me. You'd have me down, 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 down on my knees. Now wouldn't you, Barracuda? Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will again be sunny today and reach 76 degrees. Walt Disney World will be warmer and less cloudy today but still stop shy of 70 degrees. Castaway Cay will be windy today with a high of 74. Thunderstorms and showers are impacting Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point today while temperatures are around 75. Disneyland Paris is sadly rainy again this evening, with a chance of showers hanging around through 10 p.m. Temperature-wise, it's in the mid to lower 40s. Tokyo will be sunny again tomorrow and will manage to break into the low 60s during the afternoon. Shanghai will top out at 58 tomorrow with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Lastly, following overnight showers, Hong Kong will be overcast tomorrow and see temps in the 60s all day long. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
All right, let's get started with the news and the realization that I did not send Jeremiah a link. So he will be here very, very shortly to catch us up live from the parks on the major change at Walt Disney World today. And that is see ya later virtual queue. So let's both Jeremiah and Luke have been at Magic Kingdom and Epcot this morning, checking out what it's been like without virtual queues. So that would mean Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and keep wanting to say Splash Mountain. It's not called that. Tiana's Bayou Adventure are both without a virtual queue today. You just get in line like any other ride. They do both have the individual lightning lane. So if you want to pay money, you can do those. We're going to check out if those are even still available and check out what the wait times have been like in a moment. But first, let's go live to Jeremiah. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Hi, guys.
Where you
I'm a
coming to
little
us from
wet.
today?
They added
Yeah.
some water to Cosmic Rewind, and I just
So
How it happened.
is it a rainy day out there in Florida?
no, I was, as Kyle was showing in those photos, I was in the front seat of Tiana's Bayou Adventure for my ride, and yes, you do get a little wet, or a lot in my case.
There you go. So tell us, virtual queue, no more. What's it like in the parks?
So I know that there's been a lot of videos popping up this morning of the craziness that was going to Guardians, and there was a 160-minute wait or 100 and whatever. Um, yeah, that happens every morning when a ride opens. People rush to it. Tiana's didn't open for a half hour, and within a half hour of it actually opening, the entire outside queue had been pulled into the building, so there was no exterior queue. And I know Luke was here this morning, and the same thing happened here. I think within an hour of it opening, the exterior queue, which you can kind of see the umbrellas behind me, that's where the extended queue would go if there was any. It's a 50-minute wait right now, and nobody is outside. It is busy in the park, but there's a couple of factors for this. One, not be well known by all the guests, and two, Disney knows what they're doing. They didn't plan these days of the year. This is normally one of the slower days, so they did a good job of planning it. It seems like everything worked out well. It'll be interesting to see how this does play out, say, next weekend when the Flower and Garden Festival starts and how the queues will look for this.
Yeah, and
They could invest in their Wi-Fi. That'd be good.
Yes, I know.
And Tiana, you're not bad actually. And Tiana's once it gets even warmer, see what that does. So I do track wait times over here, and it looks like the peak for Guardians was about 9:30 this morning. It was listed as 1:35, but then 20 minutes later, it was only listed at 85. So I don't know how accurate that 135 was. And as you said, it's only 50 right now. Tiana's Bayou Adventure looks like it peaked at about 50 for just a little bit, but for the most part, it's been 30 to 35 minutes all day. So not bad at all. But we'll be excited.
Yeah.
Like
and
said,
as you can see behind me, yeah, it is cold and gloomy out. So Tiana's definitely wasn't going to get what they expected. They had temporary queues set up outside and around the front of the attraction that they never even got close to that. But
here's a picture you took earlier, I'm guessing from the monorail, of all that exterior queue that's now not even stationed right now, right?
Yeah, the picture on the right, when you're looking at it, of the front of the entrance, that's the outside of the extended queue. And then on the other photo is behind the wall that used to be the walkway that would lead to the entrance before they finished all the center area. And, I'm sure this morning they were walking people through that. I haven't gotten a chance to look at Luke's photos, but yeah, it's closed up as of now. And like I said, 15-minute wait. I walked in there and you're almost walking into you'd walk through the central area and then you'd walk into the themed queue area. So I don't even know if it was actually a 50-minute wait before you hit the pre-show.
Which is crazy because when I did do virtual queue, I would end up waiting about that long just in the virtual queue. So It's funny that just the standby is the same, at least today, but we will see what the weekend brings. Anything else you want to share with us, Jeremiah?
No, we will have some photos of the test track construction. I got some great photos of that on the monorail. There are quite a few new topiaries that have popped up around here. So we'll be covering those. Other than that, it's a nice day. Now is the perfect time to book with MEI Mouse Fan Travel to get out here in the next few days before Flower and Garden starts next Wednesday.
And Jeremiah, of course, will be there. Will you be there, actually? I know you're traveling.
I will not. Luke will be here for us.
Yeah, that's right. Good point. Where are you going, Jeremiah? Any place not Disney?
Yeah, I plan to at some point while I'm in California go to Universal and Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm.
We've got that story later. You want to make sure you get your last ride in on Supercharged, right?
We didn't talk about that last night during Parks Talk, and I remember that. I was very upset. I made a joke of, I'll be there for the last day, and I will not go to Universal for that. I have talked to many of my friends, as a lot of you know. I worked on the tram tour for many years, and the term "we are having a party" was thrown around quite a bit yesterday after the news was broken about that closing down.
That is so bad. But we will get to that later. Thank you, Jeremiah. Enjoy the rest of your day at Walt Disney
problem.
Epcot.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Jeremiah Good. He'll be bringing you everything else going on in the parks today. So stay tuned to our Twitters all day long. But let's leave the parks, Kyle.
Let's leave the park to talk about Disney Plus, because we use the term finally. Moana 2 is coming to Disney Plus on March 12th. That is 105 days after the film was released in theaters, which is really not that long when you think about it, because it used to be 3 months before it came on home video and then would appear on TV years later. And
no one watching remembers that stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, even on Netflix, like when Disney would go to Netflix, it would still be like years, not 3 months. So yeah, anyway, March 12th, Disney Plus, you'll be able to watch Moana 2. I haven't seen it, so I look forward to watching it around March 12th. And speaking of movies, an older movie is coming back to theaters to celebrate its 20th anniversary. That's right. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith is coming to theaters April 25th for 1 week only. It'll be available in multiple formats, including, for the first time ever, 4DX. So if you want to feel Mustafar in all its heat, I imagine that'll be a part of it. 4DX. But yeah, this April for 1 week only, presumably at select theaters in the United States. You can relive the best of the three prequels.
The second best of the three prequels. I'm very surprised this did not get the breaking news treatment.
I know, sorry. But over in New York, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio had the chance to light up the Empire State Building red in celebration of Daredevil Born Again, coming to Disney Plus very soon. This was in collaboration between Marvel, Disney Plus, and the American Red Cross, so there was a charity element to it. The two stars got to visit the building and flip the switch in a lighting ceremony and visit interactive exhibits on the 86th and 102nd floors. I like the one where they're being grabbed by King Kong. That's pretty funny.
Very funny.
And then you might remember Hayden Christensen for May the 4th got to celebrate Star Wars with the Empire State Building. This is the thing that they've done. They've done several promotions, and this is just the latest from Disney.
Wonderful. And speaking of lighting up, Powerline is...
we skipped one of my stories.
It's just a bummer, but too bad. I'm switching the two because I like my segue. Speaking of lighting up, Powerline is coming to Disneyland for 90s Nite. That's right. If I just showed you this picture, Kyle, and you did not read Disney trades, would you have any idea what this is supposed to be? Would you know?
Without a sense of scale, I would think that it is a clip that you put on a straw.
It is not. It is much larger than that, or it is a single popcorn holder. But this is the latest.
It could hold popcorn kernels. No one ever said it had to hold popcorn.
This is the latest popcorn bucket coming from Disney. So you'll be able to pick up this at Disneyland After Dark 90s Night, March 4th and 6th. And then it will be going on sale to the general public at Disneyland Resort later this spring. But if you don't want to, if you can't make it to Disney's Night, and you don't want to wait till spring, you can pre-order it right now on eBay. I'm just making a joke.
We do not condone this.
I do not condone nor not condone this, but it is available on eBay right now for about $60 as a pre-order. They're not claiming they actually have one in hand. Presumably, they figure they're going to be able to get one. So, just thought that was interesting. Now back to you.
If you're planning a trip to the Disneyland Resort and you feel like spending lots of money, you can now book Lightning Lane Premier Pass up to 7 days in advance. Prior to today, it was only 2 days in advance. So this 7-day window now matches Walt Disney World. And prices haven't changed for that. Still
What is the Premier Pass again?
The Premier Pass is the one where you get individual Lightning Lane. You got entry to each individual, to every Lightning Lane attraction in the park. That includes the multi-pass ones as well as the individual ones, and you don't have to select a time for the multi-pass ones. You just get to walk on when you walk on, but you get one per Lightning Lane.
And speaking of 90s Night, which would have worked better if I didn't switch the order of those things.
You win some, you lose some, Sandra Bullock.
Let's take a look at the food from 90s Night. We did this yesterday in Parks Talk, so I was ready for this one. So Disneyland After Dark, they always have special food that themes to the event, and this is a 90s night, so this is some 90s themed food, and Kyle's going to tell me why these dishes are actually 90s themed.
They're not.
So this is but I do have some favorites here. This is the fried apple pie sundae. This looks quite yummy. I'm a vegetarian, so many of these that are my favorite I can't actually eat, but they sure look good. This would be the chicken bacon cheesy garlic pretzel bread, which just when you put that many adjectives on pretzel bread, it's got to be good.
I'm a fan.
This is the chicken and funnel cake, not chicken and waffles, but chicken and funnel cake. What a great idea. Long overdue. I love this. But the highlight is easily orange chicken. That we did learn that orange chicken was invented in 1987, so it really is a 90s food. So that would make perfect sense.
And as I pointed out, famous at Panda Express, and Panda Express started in the exact same mall as the Disney store, the Glendale Galleria.
Perfect. Well done, Kyle. But this is the highlight here. This is the Monte Cristo pizza at Cafe Orleans. It's a puff pastry with house-made blueberry thyme jam, rosemary ham, turkey breast, Gruyere, brie, and Swiss. Half those ingredients I haven't eaten in about 30 years.
Nevertheless, you were rapping for a second.
30 years. Wow, you're older than you think, Doobie. Half these ingredients I haven't eaten in about 40 years, but nevertheless, this sounds fantastic. March 4th and 6th during Disney After Dark. Kyle, the pickiest eater I know. What looks good and what looks disgusting?
The Monte Cristo pizza sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome. Anything like no, not a chance.
It doesn't sound as much as that's on there. It's not as heavy as the real Monte Cristo, so that sounds like a win for me.
That's funny. All right. We got no one watching it. I mean, we have people watching, but our regulars aren't here other than JPP and Fred Ramirez. And our chat is kind of quiet. Speak up, guys. I miss you.
Yeah, seriously. Kathleen
Kennedy. After 13 years, the renowned film producer Kathleen Kennedy, who I see but you don't, is retiring. She is 71 years old, so I think she's earned it. She has reportedly informed Disney and colleagues of her decision to step down as president of Lucasfilm by the end of the year. She was named to the position, the co-chair of Lucasfilm with George Lucas in 2012, and then took on the role following Disney's acquisition and Lucas's departure. Her announcement has been long rumored. She is loved by some, not loved by some other Star Wars fans, but this is really a major, major change, and we'll see what this does to the future of Star Wars.
Indeed. Well, we got some news from TRON Catalyst, a new game coming out this summer. They released a new trailer for the video game that you can see in the post.
It's coming.
And that's fine. And this will be released on PCs and consoles June 17th of 2025.
You want to watch it? Yes, watch it.
Every grid has its heroes. The Arc grid fractures into the glitch. But one program stands against that storm. EXO. You.
I don't know why it zoomed out so much.
EXO fights for hers against those who would tear it apart. She must escape core, but escape is not enough. A loop cannot be broken without a change in conditions. Break the loop program.
There you go. June 17th.
TRON may be the most overrated franchise in all of Disney, but the music is chef's
So what you're saying is you like Daft Punk.
I do like Daft Punk, apparently. I've never heard of them outside of TRON, but every time I hear TRON music, it's like so good. And then I see what's going on. I'm like, dude, how did this ever? Anyway, let's move on to something I am a big fan of, and that is The Rock. Speaking of Fast and the Furious, The Rock and his $7 Productions have signed a first-look deal with 20th Television. His production company will now be fully under the Walt Disney Company. So this was started by The Rock and Danny Garcia, and the films will be developed for both theatrical and streaming, comedy, drama, adult animation, limited and unscripted series, yada, yada, yada. The Rock is now, as he's been before, but even more so under the Disney umbrella. His past works include Moana 2, which Kyle will soon be seeing, The Game Plan, and of course, Jungle Cruise.
And Moana, the live action remake.
Good point. Excellent point. All right.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
And speaking of abysmal, I have a surprise live review. Because yesterday, while this is not new, I picked this up at Sam's Club yesterday and thought that I would talk about my Bluey cereal. This was a $6.98 for the 2-bag multi-box.
I need to interrupt. Kyle just put surprise live review, so I had no idea what was coming. So this is awesome.
As you can see, it's got this blue color, and it's described as lightly sweetened corn cereal. And as you can imagine, based on that description, This basically just Kicks with some blue coloring, which I like Kicks, and I fully anticipated that when I bought this. I was like, I like Kicks, sure. They might be a little smaller than I remember Kicks being, but I'm not really sure on that one. But basically, yeah, if you like Kicks and you like Bluey, then you'll love Bluey cereal, now available at least at Sam's Club and presumably plenty of other places.
You don't have a bowl right in front of you? We're not getting a live tasting?
No, I didn't want to do the ASMR.
I want to see Kyle. Becca, if you're out there, get Kyle a bowl of cereal. I want to see this.
I ate it dry, by the way. I don't put milk on my cereal. So in case you wanted to know just how picky and weird I am, I just want to...
game misconduct. You can't, not only are you done with this show, you can't even watch trivia tonight.
I might not. I have to do a Zoom call.
Oh, okay, fine. Then that's why. Kicks. Kids love them. Moms.
Kid tested, mother approved.
Thank you very much. Tested, mother approved.
And the rest.
All right, back to the news following that very worthwhile detour. He'd be very happy. Wow. Well, if you've got 2 months to spare, if you've got a week, set sail through the Pirates of the Caribbean films at the El Capitan. That's right. Captain Jack Sparrow is headed back to the big screen at Disney's El Capitan Theater in Hollywood from March 5th through 9th. The Disney-owned theater is offering special screenings of all 5 pirate movies, one a day. In addition to the screenings, the theater will be presenting an archival display inspired by the highly successful film franchise. Tickets are $19 for each performance, with multiple screenings each day. And as Kyle texted me last night, we're not really sure the logistics on this since Pirates 2 lasts approximately 36 hours, but somehow they will make it happen.
Yes, and we got a new release date, a release date for Hulu's new show, Mid-Century Modern. This is a sitcom that basically sounds like the male version of Golden Girls. It's going to have Nathan Lane, Nathan Lee Graham, and Matt Bomer. And also Linda Lavin stars as Nathan Lane's mother. She unfortunately passed away while they were filming, so she's in the first few episodes, and then I think they say goodbye to her. But this show will be arriving on March 28th on Hulu.
I was very confused when you said Linda Lavin, so thank you for that clarification. And the best news of the day, as we alluded to earlier, Fast and the Furious Supercharged, which if you're in Florida, you know it as an attraction on its own. But in California, it is the final part of the tram tour, where you go through what used to be the Bigfoot thing or the Avalanche thing. Now it's the Supercharged
$6 Million Man.
Yes, that was the Bigfoot. But yes, that is a much more accurate way to put it. Now it's a supercharged thing. Pretty much the same experience, 3D, and you're going really fast. And it's terrible. It's horrible. You want to get off the tram and walk around it. They don't let you. So the good news is it's closing March 10th, 2025. It's been around for 10 years, but it's saying its goodbye. Why? Because Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, the new coaster, is coming to Universal Studios next year. And they realize there's only so much Fast and Furious the public can take at one time. So close one in preparation for opening the other. No word on what, if anything, will be replacing that section. It has had so many different things, as we mentioned, Bigfoot slash or $6 Million Man. It's been just a generic Avalanche.
Mummy.
Very well as Dante's Peak. It was also Mummy. So hopefully it's got something else in its future to take advantage of that cool set. Oh, if you were with us yesterday, we took a look all together at the new Andor trailer, and it was cool, but we just spent like a minute and a half watching it. I think Mike Celestino spent a whole shift watching it, and he created this very awesome breakdown of the trailer looking at season 2.
When he says shot-by-shot breakdown, he dang well means it.
He numbers the shots, and then there's like sub-shots, which got down here. We got like shot 10, 11A, 11B, 12A. So this is a lot of detail. If you're looking for it like Andor, like I am, go check this out, because Mike Celestino did a good job with it.
The fun stuff. We haven't had a fun stuff entry in a while, so I thought that this qualified as fun. This is Michael Moriarty, the managing director at Hong Kong Disneyland Resort, and he gave us a look at one of the floats is going to be part of the new daytime parade, Friendtastic, coming
Hi,
to Hong Kong
everyone.
Disneyland
Michael
for its 20th
here.
anniversary.
You may already know that this summer we're kicking off the most magical party of all, a year-long 20th anniversary celebration. And today I'm here backstage giving you an exclusive sneak peek of our brand new daytime parade, Friendtastic. Now, this isn't just any parade. It's the largest ever scale parade that we've had here at Hong Kong Disneyland. And to tell us a little bit more about the parade, we're here with Paul and Fiona from our entertainment team. Paul, Fiona.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
We are super excited to talk about Friendtastic. We've got 11 brand new floats with 11 opportunities to see your favorite Disney characters. In addition to that, we have over 100 performers between characters, live musicians, and dancers. And from step off to step down, including the show stop, the performance is just a little over 30 minutes.
Wow, I guess you're going to love it.
Yeah, look at our float. It's beautiful. You can see from the color, this is very vibrant, shimmering, and also burst with the positive energy. And the flower decorations here is inspired by the Hong Kong Bohemian flowers. And of course, that you will see all our characters on each of the floats. And this one is clearly for Mickey and his friends. And see what we've installed in here with the drums and the double bass and the guitar. This is all for Mickey and his friends to play.
Wow, it looks like we're going to have a lot of things to enjoy and some music to have a lot of fun with at this party. But let's not unveil too much for now. I'll tell you what, though, if you've never come to Hong Kong Disneyland, you should come because I guarantee you that this will be the best party of all. So let's all start thinking about what we're going to wear and stay tuned. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Fun. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
So there you go. And they also just announced this morning that there's going to be an Encanto float that looks like Casita. So that's also fun. But for more fun, let's go to...
All right. This is a Kyle pocket pick today. Any intro or just hit play?
Just hit play. We have a two-parter here.
Oops,
oh, he liked it. I think you should click over.
Already? Okay.
We've angered Donald. Mike would be so proud.
Did he say anything? I have no Instagram audio. Did he speak? Did he say anything?
No, he just is disapproved.
Okay. Best comment here. This is how Instagram always needs to be used.
Yeah, stealing well-known characters.
Oh, this one's great. Donald, sorry to say, but your sign was facing the wrong way.
Good point.
I am so ready.
All right, Doobie. Well, I'm sad to say we don't have any poems today because they just were not hitting. But I do have clues on deck. On this day in 1927, a Disney legend was born. He is the voice of Pinocchio.
Oh, goodness me. Dickie Jones.
That is Dickie Jones. Yes, there he is. Oh, wait, that's your thing. This he could be Donald Duck. You don't know.
Here he is. That was great.
Yeah, well, it happens. On this day in 1971, someone was born. Not their Disney work is not their best known work, but they are the voice of Hercules in Kingdom Hearts. So not regular Hercules. They are in Encino Man, which I believe is Touchstone, and they are on The Connors most recently.
Unfortunately, I do not watch The Connors, and you didn't say Roseanne, so...
Well, they're also known for Lord of the Rings and Goonies.
Oh, the little guy from Rudy.
Correct. Sean Astin.
Sean Astin, yes.
Not so little anymore.
Dude, poor Sean.
Just because he's not young. On this day in 1976, another person whose best known work is not necessarily from Disney, but they are in The Muppets, Inside Out, Spies in Disguise, and they were supposed to write Toy Story 4 with their writing partner, but then dropped out due to creative differences.
I like that. Fred Ramirez points out Encino Man. Disney counts. Yeah, I have no idea on this one.
What if I told you Ann Perkins?
Well, I have no idea.
Daughter of famous producer Quincy Jones. This is Rashida Jones.
Rashida Jones. What is Ann? Ann Perkins is the name of the character from Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Not the daughter of the killer in Psycho. Okay.
On this day in 2005, Disney sold.
Jones?
What?
Can you put back up Rashida Jones?
Sure.
She's just one of those striking people. Her combination. She looks exactly like her mother and father, which is amazing. So, okay.
2005, Disney sold something, which is rare for Disney to sell something.
They acquire. They don't sell.
Yep. Sold something that they owned for a little over a decade. Still talk about. Maybe celebrated in the park last month.
I'm an idiot. Tell me what it is.
The Anaheim Ducks.
The Duckies. That's right. The Duckies. People still think they're Disney.
On this day in 2010, something at Walt Disney World was rebranded and celebrated its grand reopening.
2010. Can you give me a park?
It's not a park.
Can you give me?
It's at Walt Disney World. It's not a park.
Can you give me a country of origin? 2010. It's not.
It's
Disney
its
Springs.
own thing.
It's not Disney Springs.
It's not Disney Springs.
It's too early for that.
Still there today. Still used relatively often. Quite often. Not a hotel. Not a Disney Springs.
It's not the Speedway.
Not the Speedway.
I'm guessing it's not a golf course.
It's not a golf course. But you're on the right track with golf course. Because golf is a sport.
Wide World of Sports.
ESPN Wide World of Sports.
I was there.
2010.
I mean, I was there on this day because I covered that event.
And finally, if you were looking at our Twitter earlier, you might have had a hint about this one, but on this day in 2020, something monumental in the world of the Walt Disney Company occurred.
They were 1 month away from closing their doors for the first time in forever.
That too. And ahead of that, what happened?
I was with this earlier. I should know. Come on, Fred Ramirez. What is it? On this day in 2020, monumental. Got me.
Bob Chapek was named CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
I do not know where I was when that happened. I absolutely know where I was when he was unnamed CEO of the Walt Disney Company. I was in the parking lot of Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes, so that was announced. Bob Iger was continuing as a different thing until the 2021, and then, hey, he's back. So yeah, 5 years ago today, we got that shocking news.
I never made that connection because I went to Knott's Berry Farm just before pandemic and everything closed, like a week before. And then when Bob Chapek lost his job, I was at.
I think you were with Benji because I think you said that his dad called him and was the one that told him about it.
No, I wasn't. I've heard that story, but I wasn't with him. It was just my family and I down there.
Oh.
I learned about it on our Slack channel. And
all right.
Just assumed someone was joking around. It's 10. We made it past 10. We don't have to kill time.
I know. I'm refreshing refreshing things.
It is
don't see
3-show Tuesday, everybody. This was show number 1. And trust me, it gets better from here. The Apex is show number 2 when our wives do Barely Necessities, the Disney merchandise show. And then we come down just a little bit, but not all the way back here for Disney Trivia Live tonight. So merchandise shows at 4 p.m. Pacific. Trivia Live is at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Our categories on trivia tonight. Remember, this is a live thing. You come, you play live. We give real prizes. It's a ton of fun. There's trivia sometimes. Our categories tonight are Tomorrowland, and a second category is yet to be determined. So join us, please. 7:30 p.m. Pacific for Disney Trivia Live. Join our wives at 4 p.m. Pacific for Disney Barely Necessities, the Disney merchandise show, and join the two of us back here tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. for another edition of the Disney Morning Show. Until then, the balcony is closed.
Bye.